I'm a global educator, a STEM instructor. I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education, the Directorate of Educational Technology and Innovation, and the Greek Astronomy Space Company. I'm also global ambassador of language, literary, and oratory arts, as well as education of the National Pythian Council and also the National Ambassador of Ecumenical Delphic Union. Today, I have the pleasure to welcome you all to our fourth global virtual conference organized by Modern Pythian Games and the National Pythian Council. And why Pythian Games? So the origin of the Pythian Games dates back to the 6th century before Jesus Christ. Pythian Games had been part of Pan-Hellenic Games in ancient Greece and were ranked second in importance behind the Olympics. The Pythian Games revived not only the athletic part of the game, but also the cultural aspect, because the ancient Greek civilization was interested in achieving the ideal balance between body and spirit. Therefore, apart from sporting and athletics, Pythian Games also hosted music and poetry competitions. Modern Pythian Games now is our first global cultural movement, which is based on Ancient Pythian Games, which celebrates arts, cultures, and traditional sports through the exchange and collaboration of different nations, cultures, and traditions. So today, we have eminent and respected personalities from different countries, from Morocco, Malaysia, Philippines, India, Cameroon, Greece, and honorary members of the National Pythian Council who will enlighten us on their vision on Modern Pythian Games in their respective countries. So without further ado, I request Dr. Ida from Philippines will welcome you to our virtual stage. And I would like first to introduce yourself and then share with us your vision about Modern Pythian Games in Philippines.
Hello, this is Dr. Ida Gaurantudi from the Philippines. I am actually a researcher, author of books, and a higher education teacher handling English, research, and other education subjects. As a researcher, I have published research articles in Scopus Index and other peer-reviewed journals in the areas of linguistics, education, and social sciences. I also have this advocacy, in terms of preservation of cultures. I have been invited as an international speaker in various conferences. That's where I meet Ms. Rania Lampu virtually. And presently, I work as the program head of the Bachelor of Technical Vocational Teacher Education at the City College of Davao City, Philippines. I will begin my talk by sharing my personal accounts as a researcher. Then I will discuss about concern and physical inactivity and the urgency to do physical activity for physical and mental health reasons. Then I will introduce the Modern Pythian Games as one of the effective approaches to address some issues. The recent study we accomplished was about the history of Calagan. This is actually one of the indigenous tribes in Mindanao, Philippines. Aside from the history of this particular tribe, my co-author and I also investigated the life-challenging journey of the Calagan women and their aspiration for their tribe. Significant results of the study called for the need to strengthen various approaches to preserve the cultural heritage of their tribe, considering that younger generations are no longer into such, particularly in terms of the use of the mother tongue or native tongue, they are no longer using the language. Written documents can be of great help to preserve the cultural heritage. However, the younger ones should be actively involved in activities and festivities locally and regionally, hopefully with this Modern Pythian Games, so that they can showcase their cultural heritage through dances, songs, rituals, and exhibits featuring their native food, crafts, and artifacts, thereby gaining recognition, respect, and admiration from non-Calaban neighbors and guests. Furthermore, Outsiders' perception of their tribe can change when they learn to appreciate their culture and practices. Involving Kalagan in the above-mentioned activities can give them a strong sense of pride. Certainly, other minority groups and other cultural groups can empathize with the experiences, with the challenging experiences of the participants of the study. Now, involving modern Pythian games can help address those previously mentioned issues. More so, it also has the end point or the aim of preserving cultural heritage of people from different cultural background. Of course, realization of this entails support from various organizations and national government and strong collaboration among people involved. This can allow me to discuss concern on people physical inactivity, especially in this time of pandemic. Now, concern for one's health is getting more and more attention, especially during the onslaught of the COVID-19 pandemic. Though people know the importance of health, many still succumb to different illnesses. A look into physical activity surmises as one of the effective ways of gaining or maintaining physical and mental health. However, physical inactivity is considered a serious concern as it leads to several health consequences. Moreover, it is also prevalent as an effect of the COVID-19 pandemic, especially with the lockdowns and movements, restrictions implemented by the government. But even before the pandemic, doing physical activity has been a big challenge to hurdle for many people. And for people to be healthy, they must engage in activities demanding physical investment. Now, the introduction of these modern Pythian games is the best avenue where individuals can be involved in sports and be physically active. Now, as emphasized by Norsa Buena in the Asian magazine, the Asian community is diverse, as depicted in various ways, from customary art and cuisines, customary sports and games. These sports and games manifest people's practices and cultures. They are essential to cultural heritage of every nation. They showcase from past, providing clues to practices in morals of society. Through modern Pythian games, we can actually revitalize traditional games and sports. Hence, we can continue to preserve our cultural heritage. It is important to note that heightened awareness of cultural differences leads to acceptance and respect of people's diversity. And respect of people's diversity results in global unity as expressed in modern Pythian Games vision. So with the vision of fostering global unity through arts, culture, and traditional games, modern Pythian Games will open doors to artisans and sportsmen to showcase their talent, skills, and works globally. Likewise, these works of arts showcase unique cultures of different nationalities. Furthermore, this will give them opportunity to know other artisans, sportsmen in various countries and be able to learn from them. Let us support modern Pythian games. Let us continue to preserve both our culture through arts, literature, and let us support this advocacy, bringing forth unity among nations through international partnerships and convergence of values. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ida, for your insightful presentation, for your very analytical overview of the culture and traditions in Philippines and how modern Pythian games can be implemented there. Certainly, you have a very rich cultural heritage and in collaboration with here in Greece, my chapter, and your also efforts. We can do a lot. And as you said, our main goal should be the global unity and how we can work all together and involve also other nations and countries in these cultural activities and promote in this way art traditions and sports, traditional sports. Thank you very much for your contribution. And we will
Pleasure.
be in contact for the next steps. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to call upon our next speaker, Dr. Esther Mala from Malaysia. She will give us her thoughts about Modern Pythian Games and cultural situation in Malaysia. The floor is yours, Dr. Esther.
Thank you, Dr. Rania Lampu. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome, happy weekend. Glad to meet every one of you here. And thank you for taking your time to be with us today. It's going to be such an interesting session today. Sports, yeah. I'm a soft skill trainer, international speaker, educationist, youth and child development coach, a telco consultant, and a few more. And okay, today I'll be sharing some information about sports in Malaysia. Yeah, I think most of it are common throughout the world, but we do have our unique sports also. Malaysia has a vibrant sports culture, and it is known for its achievements in various sports at both regional and international levels. Some of popular sports in Malaysia includes badminton, football, which is soccer, squash, field hockey, and sepak takraw. Sepak takraw is similar to volleyball, but volleyball we handle with both our hands, but sepak takraw is played with both our legs. Yeah, they control the ball with the legs. Let's briefly see some of the key aspects of Malaysian sports landscape. Badminton. Badminton is arguably the most popular sports in Malaysia. The country has produced many, our country has produced many world-class players, including Dato' Lee Chong Wei, who one of the greatest badminton players in history. The national badminton team is consistently performed well in international competitions, including Thomas Cup and Sudirman Cup. Next is the soccer. Soccer is also very popular in Malaysia, and the national team competes in various international competitions. While the Malaysian team has not achieved significant success on the global stage, domestic football leagues like the Malaysian Super League and Malaysian Cup are followed by passionate fans. Next will be squash. Malaysia has a strong tradition in squash and has produced several world-class players. One of them, of course, everyone knows Nicole David. An icon in women's squash, is considered one of the greatest players of all time. The country is regularly hosting international squash tournaments. Field hockey. Malaysia has a competitive field hockey team, and the sport has a significant following. The national team has participated in multiple Olympic Games and other international events. Coming back to sepak takraw. Sepak takraw, a traditional Southeast Asian sport similar to volleyball, as I mentioned earlier, and played with the feet, is popular in Malaysia. Our country has excelled in the sport at regional competition like Southeast Asian Games, which is very similar. We Malaysian and Indonesia, Thailand, Bangkok, we share almost similar, even Philippines, similar culture. I think sepak takraw also famous in Philippines, right? Dr. Ida? Yeah? Yeah. So this is more to Asian Games. Other sports we have like kite fighting, you know, They fly kites and they try to cut each other's thread. That's what we call it, kite fighting, swimming, cycling, athletics, of course, and then silat. Silat is martial arts. Martial art, like you say, it's kung fu and karate, taekwondo. We have in Malaysia silat. Okay, gasing. Gasing is the top. We play top. You know, kites, top, our traditional games. Efforts have been made to develop talents and infrastructure for various sports across the nation. Let me share with you some of the general insights and possibilities based on trends and historical patterns up here. First, investment in sports infrastructure. Malaysia has been steadily investing in sports infrastructure to support the development of various sports. The construction of modern stadiums, training facilities, and sports complexes could continue to attract international events and improve local athletics training conditions. Next, athletic development programs. Yeah, we have wonderful programs for the athletic. Recently, a few programs were introduced to polish up our athletics sector. The success of any sports nation depends on quality of its athletics. To remain competitive globally, Malaysia focus on nurturing talent through athletic development programs, talent identification initiatives, and providing opportunities for young athletics to specialize in their chosen disciplines. Third is diversification of sports. While Malaysia has traditionally excelled in sports like badminton and squash, there might also be efforts to diversify and excel in the sports as well, other sports as well. The country is investing in less popular sports to create a more comprehensive sporting landscape. Next will be international sporting events. We are hosting international sporting events to boost Malaysia's reputation in global sports community. Our country also continue to bid for and host major events like Southeast Asian Games, or even seek opportunities to host World Championship in various sports. Esports growth. Esports growth has significant growth globally, and Malaysia is no exception to it. As technology and internet connectivity improve, esports will continue to gain popularity in our country, Malaysia. Malaysia might invest in esports infrastructure, teams, and events to tap into this burgeoning industry, because we don't see we have much problem in this area, esports, because we have very good sports infrastructure, Wi-Fi infrastructure, and for your information, I'm one of the leading telco consultant in my country connected to this Wi-Fi infrastructure. Next will be inclusive and diversity. There could be a focus on promoting inclusivity and diversity in Malaysia sports, encouraging participation of all genders, ethnicities, and socio-economic background helps to lead a more robust and representative sporting community. Next, sports science and technology. Utilizing sports science and technology and can enhance athletics performance, prevent injuries, and optimizing training regimes. Continued investment in sports science and research and its practical application could lead to improved results for Malaysian athletics. Malaysian Sports, Youth and Sports Ministry has increased the allocation for this. Next will be corporate sponsorship. Private sector involvement through corporate sponsorship and plays a crucial role in supporting sports initiatives. Also, Malaysian companies increasingly recognize the value of sponsoring sports teams, athletics, and events as part of their marketing and corporate social responsibility strategies. So therefore, In Malaysia, actual future of Malaysia's sport depends on various factors, including government policies, public interest, funding availability, and international development in the sports world. Let's see what is, finally, we see what is the future of Python sports in Malaysia. Please keep in mind that there are speculative and may not represent actual future development, what I share here, but these are the attentive effort made by Malaysia. First is the growth and diversity. Python sports, like any other sports, may witness growth in popularity and participation in Malaysia. As people's interest in sports diversifies, there might be an increased focus on less conventional or traditional sports, which could include Python sports. You know, knowing that our young generation are more gadget-oriented people. So I think Malaysia is going to work harder on this. Next, government support. Yeah, the future of Python sports in Malaysia could be influenced by the level of support it receives from the government and relevant sporting bodies. Increased funding and initiatives to promote niche sports may lead to more opportunities for athletics and development programs. Next will be international recognition. If Python sports gain recognition and popularity on an international level, Malaysian athletics in these sports may have exposure and opportunities to compete globally. Technologies advancement. Advancement in technology could impact sports in various ways for enhancing trainings and methods to the changing way of competitions are organized and broadcasted. These developments could also influence the growth and evolution of Python sports in Malaysia. Next will be youth participation. Encouraging youth participation in Python sports through school programs and local clubs can help sustain interest in these sports and create a pipeline for talented athletics to emerge. Next, public awareness and promotion. Effective marketing and media coverage can significantly impact the popularity of sports. If Python sports receive adequate public awareness and promotion, they may attract more participants and followers. Finally, collaboration and partnership. Partnership between sporting organization, private enterprise, and other stakeholders contribute to development and sustainability of Python sports in Malaysia. Definitely it works both ways, internal in Malaysia and also internationally by connecting with many countries who are active in Python sports. Therefore, it's essential to remember that future is uncertain and various factors can influence the trajectory of sports in any country. For the latest and most accurate information about future of Python sports in Malaysia, please do Google and visit our site, Ministry Sports and Youth Ministry sites to get more information and updates. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Esther, for offering us a very interesting presentation of various sports in Malaysia, athletic installations and infrastructure. You highlighted inclusivity, diversity in sports, the role of technology, advancements in technology in the sports industry, the importance of youth participation, of public awareness. And you know, the interesting thing is that the culture of Malaysia is it's diverse, and it's I know it's a melting pot. Malaysia is a melting pot of traditions and practices with different ethnic groups. And you have festivals, amazing festivals like Mooncake Festival. I know about this.
So many people, we are multi-racial country. So everybody, there's so many holidays because everybody is given holiday to celebrate their festivals. Yeah, so each races have many festivals, but we are given holidays for the main festival. So food, Malaysia is heaven for food, culture, and that's why many tourists love to come Malaysia, and many foreigners who come and work here refuse to go back. They prefer to get married and settle here, especially
Perfect.
especially in guys.
I
So,
hope we will start organizing our first event in
yeah, please come. Please come.
our
Welcome.
food event. I think will be the first
You'll
one.
enjoy every food we have. You will enjoy. You just have to forget your food for some time when you are here. Trace every food, and you can open up a restaurant there. I think you will have a lot of ideas. Yeah, Dr. Ida, have you been to Malaysia? Dr. Ida?
Yes, I have been to Malaysia just once during our visit to a school. Yeah.
Yeah, we share the same time zone. We share the same time zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank
both of
you.
you, for your contribution. And now I would like to request Dr. Uda Jad from Morocco. I think she's here to take the floor. Thank you very much for accepting our invitations. The floor is yours. Thank you. Can you unmute? Can you unmute yourself? Please introduce yourself first, and then you can share. Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. So I'm so sorry for delay because I had internet issue connection. So greetings, dear members, and hello, dear Rania, beautiful Rania. And thank you so much for bringing us today together to discuss and exchange our visions regarding our big project, Pythian Games. So first, let me introduce myself. I'm Huda Jad from Morocco. I am an entrepreneur, and I'm working on business networking and business mediation. So I have had the pleasure to collaborate with His Excellency Bijenderji for more than 2 years. For those who don't know me, I'm part of the Executive Council of the Pythian Games, and I represent Africa and Morocco eventually. When Mr. Bijenderji talked to me about his project, I immediately joined the Pythian family because I believe in all the noble values the games promote. Sports and art play a crucial role in spreading peace and love for different cultures and nationalities together, fostering mutual understanding and tolerance and cooperation. So sports and arts in general can promote solidarity and alleviate political tensions. Art transcends borders and language, covering universal emotions and ideas. Artists can use their creativity to address global issues, inspiring change and raising awareness for peace and love. By combining sports and arts, we can promote a message of peace, inclusion, and mutual respect. Sporting, artistic, and cultural activities allow for cultural diversity, strengthen human connections, and encourage dialogue. So sports and art can be powerful catalysts for spreading values of peace and love worldwide, contributing to building a more harmonious and supportive world. Through art in all its forms, we want individuals to understand and experience new perspectives. With cultural and artistic exchange, they can learn to respect differences. Through cultural exchange, people learn to know and come closer to one another, accepting diversity and rejecting prejudices. Sports, on the other hand, transcend borders and bring individuals from diverse backgrounds together. International sporting events promote exchange and cooperation between nations, thereby building stronger bonds. By combining these three elements in the Pythian Games, individuals can develop open-mindedness, enhance empathy towards others, and learn to see beyond the differences. They are also more likely to reject stereotypes and promote inclusion and mutual respect. Ultimately, art, culture, and sports offer precious opportunities to learn from each other, build bridges between cultures, and foster a more tolerant and understanding world. So let's talk about Morocco. It benefits from a strategic geographical position that can certainly facilitate openness to the world. Its geographical location is crucial, and we want to take advantage of it to facilitate the expansion of our big project. In Morocco, we have access to different cultures. It is a country open to various cultures and religions. Morocco has a rich and diverse historical heritage, being a crossroads of various civilizations such as Berber, Arab, Jewish, Andalusian, and African. This history promotes peaceful coexistence of different culture and religions identities. Morocco is predominantly a Muslim country, but it has a tolerant Islam. The country recognizes and hosts Jewish and Christian communities that peacefully coexist with the Muslim majority. Morocco is known for its tradition of harmonious cohabitation among different religions. And the places of worship, such as mosques, churches, and synagogues, can be found in several cities, bearing witness to this coexistence. Morocco attracts a large number of international tourists who came to discover its historical heritage, but also because it's easily accessible due to its geographical location, as I mentioned earlier. The Moroccan government has adopted policies aimed at promoting openness and religious tolerance. It has also taken measures to preserve the Jewish heritage. Morocco had made significant progress in promoting peaceful coexistence of different cultures and religions on its territory. So Morocco is a country enjoying political stability. It is governed by a constitutional monarchy, which has played an essential role in maintaining the political stability of the country. The government's efforts have also contributed to preserving peace, especially peace. On this occasion, I would like to address all our Arab brothers from North Africa, Gulf countries, and the Middle East to join us. So your presence is highly sought after. Before diversity is important, and Arabs in general, Arabs have a vast and ancient cultural and artistic heritage. Participate and be members, please. We need Arab representatives. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all governments and diplomatic representatives who have believed in us and support us. So thank you so much. Thank you, dear Rania. I believe I have said everything. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Huda, for your very insightful presentation. You know, you are one of the first members who embraced with passion and enthusiasm our movement, and we appreciate you for this. As you say, the culture and arts are powerful catalysts in order to spread peace, love, and tolerance and cooperation. And Morocco has indeed a vast heritage, and due to its political stability, as you said, it can help spread all these values that you mentioned. So we will be in contact and constant collaboration, and we are very proud and honored to have you in our team. Thank you very much. So now I would like to call upon our next speaker from Cameroon, Mr. Awona Celestine. Can you, Mr. Awona, okay, can you unmute first, introduce yourself, and then you can share your vision about Modern Pythian Games in Cameroon.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Rania. Thank you. I greet all of you. Thank you to Mr. Goel for the invitation. Actually, I'm not in Cameroon now, I'm in Sudan. And in Sudan now, the situation is not really perfect. So I have to run out of my city, Khartoum, because in Khartoum, it is a no-go area now. Because of there is a war, and so I try to move with my family to another city called Sudan, so I can take them out of the country. But also here in Sudan, there is not fly, so I am stranded here because of going out. So I have to wait. I don't know what to do, and most of the border are closed. That go direct to my country. So I'm forced to stay here in Sudan to wait. And also, the network is very, 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 very bad. Yeah. So sorry, I need to introduce myself. I'm Awona Joseph Celestin from Cameroon, and International Peace Ambassador, and the president of the CWR, Captive Water Rescuers. I promote peace in the world. So I don't have much to talk, but as you guys know, Cameroon is a country in the central of Africa, well known with football. We have great icons from football in Cameroon, like Roger Mila, Samuel Eto'o. Many of them, I cannot count them, there are many. So in Cameroon, we live most in our first in agriculture. Agriculture is the first business in Cameroon. And after agriculture comes with sport. Also, sport is the greatest, because in Cameroon, most of the people, children, they like sport, and all of them, they want to be great footballer. I'm sorry for my English. I'm a Frenchman, so I try my best to with English. So that's it. So in Cameroon, we like sport. That's why I speak with Mr. Goel. I told him before that the Pythian game will be a very great in Cameroon, because in Cameroon we love sport, and it is like I don't know what to call it. It's like a drugs in Cameroon, sport. Most of the people, when the children is born in Cameroon, his dream is to become like a Roger Mila, like a Samuel Eto'o. You see? So I plan to promote the Pythian game in Cameroon, like in all areas, even in the restricted areas, in villages. They have to know about the Pythian game, because it is a very great project, and the vision of Mr. Goel is very great vision. And I'm very happy to be part of this very happy also to be with you today. Even though if you people cannot know, my head is not. I accept this meeting just because I'm supposed to be here today. My head is it's not good. I'm not good inside my head because I was inside in the middle of the war for 3 months. So I just come in this area now. Is 1 week I come to this area. So, it's like a nostalgia, to be in the middle of these places, bombing coming, shooting. Even I have some people that come in my house, they try to take one of my daughter and go with her. So that's the reason that made me move from Khartoum to come to this place, because it has become very risky to stay there. So I'm very sorry that I don't have much to talk today, but I promise in the next meeting I will be planning. But to know more about Cameroon, you can Google about Cameroon in Google, so you people can understand better about the sport in Cameroon. But I promise at the next meeting, I will plan everything and I will explain all. It is a great pleasure for me to be with you. Thank you to give me the speech. And my promise is that I want the Pythian game to be in Cameroon, and I am ready to do that. This is my promise. Thank you, Mrs. Rania. Thank you, all of you. I pray may God bless you all, and I need your prayers also, because I am in a very tough situation where I am. I am stuck here with my family, so I'm trying to find a solution to get out of the country to go to Cameroon.
Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. As you said, Cameroon has a wonderful potential to promote Pythian games in the sports domain. I really loved what you said, how you stimulate and motivate students and children towards sports and basketball. We appreciate your enthusiasm and your efforts to envision and plan all these contributions of Modern Pythian Games in Cameroon. And I hope we will start organizing our first events there. And I hope to visit Africa. In Northern Africa, there are many challenges, of course, well aware of this. But I think that through collaboration, we can solve many, many issues. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
Also, I would like to invite all the countries around Cameroon in the Central Africa to join the Pythian game, because it is a very great idea. Because sport is like a way to mobilize people, and it is also a way to peace.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You are welcome, Mrs. Rana. Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon our next keynote speaker, Dr. Priyanka Neoji from India. She's very, very active in the cultural domain. Recently, I was invited by her in a virtual book fair. She organizes many times, I think, such cultural events, like book fairs and many, many other things. I will let you, Dr. Priyanka, to explain all this on your own. Can you please introduce yourself and then share what you're doing in India, how you can contribute to all this global cultural movement? Because I'm sure that you can offer a lot. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum. Marhaba. Very good evening to all of you. I am Ambassador Dr. Priyanka Neoji from India. My hearty thanks to respected Bijender Goel sir who is the organizer of MPG, and my special thanks goes to Rania Lampu from Greece. Today's conference is Modern Python Games, theme global vision for artists and players. The current era is the era of technological education. Every person is ahead in the era of technology. Advance in education system, culture, sports, fashion, everything. Today, every person wants opportunity. Every person wants to perform on a big platform. I think the modern Pythian game will provide that opportunity through their organization. The idea of modern Pythian games came from the inspiration of Ancient Pythian Games. Aims and objective of modern Pythian games. The council shall be sole authority globally for the modern Python games and the Python movement, and shall conduct the modern Python games such as Python games, regional Python games, South Asian Python games, Para Python games, junior Python games, national Python games, junior national Python games, all Dolphin and Pythia Apollo awards. There have 8 aim and objective: 1 musical, instrumental, and vocal, 2 performing and the arts, 3 visual, heritage and artisan arts, 4 the language, literary, oratory arts, 4 5th robotic, virtual and digital arts, 6 social and cultural arts, 7 martial entertainment and traditional arts, 8 architectonics and eco arts. Today's point is what is benefit by modern Python game for the general people or who is participate or who is related cultural field. India is a vast and diverse city. This country has a huge number of people. People of this country are very fond of literature and culture. Rabindranath Tagore is the world poet. He is from India. Along with that, India has also highlighted itself in the world of sports like that cricket, football, tennis, everything. Still, some people may be able to show their talent due to lack of opportunity. If they get any opportunity through this modern Python game, I believe they will be perform and they will be prove his or herself. Participating in something is beneficial. Participate means benefit. You are loss or win. It is second step. So every performer, every artist, please don't think you are win or loss, but you definitely participate your games or your literacy. And I think this is upper matter who is national and international awardee, but I think lower position cultural performer who is from slums area, hills area, I see, this is my experience. This is not just my example of India. This is the world example. Many area have many talented children, person, but they have not got opportunity. They have not opportunity. That's why they are not show their talent. So our responsibility or any responsibility, I think Python, modern Python game, I think will be take responsibility for this type of area because one platform give the chance, and one chance change the life of performer. So need chance. There my point is benefit. Benefit means Olympic, another game. Olympic like that. Many international sportsmen there have participated, but modern Python game, another organization. From my view, this is the another organization of the world who take responsibility for just not for upper level, also village areas, some areas, areas children person. Because I want beautiful world. I want every person can get a chance there perform. So need opportunity for every person. And benefit means, again I say benefit means participate means benefit. If you participate, then you can prove yourself. So please stay with Modern Python game. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Priyanka. It's very, very important to place emphasis on how we can promote culture and sports among the privileged groups and vulnerable groups. You talked about the slums, you talked about all these people who don't have the necessary socioeconomic background. Of course, in India, literature, I know it's very well developed. Every week I'm invited to cultural events there, and I know you are doing incredible work on Indians. I have many friends and many, I'm collaborating with many organizations who really contribute a lot in order to promote the culture and sports. And you too, I know you're organizing book fairs and many, many other events. You will be an asset for us. This cultural movement, and I hope that we will start planning our next move and include you, of course, in this. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyanka.
Actually, Rania, only education and cultural matter can make satisfaction mentality.
Yes, definitely. Education is among all. You know, I'm an educator, and all these values that we mentioned about peace, love, tolerance, all this can be spread through education. Education is the first one. That's why I'm telling during my presentations that students should be inculcated all these values at school. So educators are responsible for this mission and vision. Modern Pythian Games is very close to students. And schools definitely should be included in this cultural movement. And I know that you have also participated in the national poetry competition, right? Yes. I think you have participated. Thank you very much for your contribution. And now I request Mr. Bijender Goel, the founder of Modern Pythian Games and founding Secretary General of the National Pythian Council, to deliver his concluding remarks. Mr. Bijender, we are honored to welcome you to our virtual stage.
Thank you, Rania. Good evening, everybody. In India, it's evening, so it's a good evening from here, and namaste. It was a great honor for me to meet you all today, especially Ishrat, Istar Mala, Ida, and Priyanka. Mrs. Huda, Mr. Avana, and Rania, they are the founder of this organization. So they are attached to us since long. They know what they have done to promote this organization, because this is going to help the humanity as well as the artists and the players. Our focus is how we can offer a platform to those artists who has never any platform at global level. If you talk about the, we have included performing arts, we have included music art, we have visual arts, we have the language art, we have the social arts, architecture, ecology, digital arts. then we have covered all sports which is not covered under the Olympic Committee Charter. Even we have included the cricket for the disabled, visually impaired people in this Pythian Games. So this is a concept which we think that we can offer this, and this is the first organization, I can say this is going to be the first organization in the world when the governance will be is given to the people. Because one person or one executive body cannot govern the Pythian Games because it has a vast structure. Because if you see the logo, it is like 9 planets, is the universe, so it has no limit. The same way, art has no limit. So any organization cannot control the Pythian Games. So it is only possible once, say, Priyanka has her own art and she governs her own organization and we support her. The same the Ida is doing something in Philippines. Esther is doing in Malaysia. And being a global organization, International Pythian Council always support them by all means. Because you have to create event, you have to put your idea here. But I can assure you, this platform is going where you can complete your dream. And I hope so very soon, because creating a structure is always a big problem. It's a very difficult problem. So we have done ABC. Now looking forward to DEF. So one by one, one by one, we are moving ahead. Now we have also started to establish diplomatic relationships. I just met a few diplomats in Delhi, about 7 to 8 countries. And earlier I have called upon some ambassadors also, and I'll keep in touch, because creating diplomatic relation is very essential. I would also like to bring to your knowledge, as you all aware, Pythian Games and Olympic Games existed in the same era. They were discontinued at the same time in 394 and 394 after Christ. Olympic was restarted in 1894, but Pythian Games was started last year only. The Olympic Games got recognition after 22 years. After 22 years. In this way, we have moved very fast. We are making, because communication, we have now best communication. So we are able to communicate each other by sitting in Delhi and you are sitting in Philippines or Morocco or in Malaysia. So communication is very fast. We can connect to each other. So by this concept, by using this communication, we are now connecting to the diplomatic missions, we are connecting to the governments, we are now connecting to the artists, we are connecting to the people. By introducing our international competition in painting and poetry, it was just a experiment for us. Because we want to see how we can work there to reach to every artist in the world. And we have successfully achieved it. We have some technical problems in the portal. We are taking some time to make a decision, because I don't want that that we decide who is going to judge. So automatically the judgment is given by the juries. The work should be distributed to everybody, which we will not aware. And they will put their marks and they will give it back to the judgment section. So all decision will be taken on a neutral basis and for the best of every artist. So we are adopting some new vision in this field, where we will launch a lot of virtual competitions in coming times, as well as we are going to launch physical competitions also. So Pythian game is we think is going to change the global economy in coming times, I don't know how much time it will take, but I'm hopeful. The people like you, the artists like you, the devotion of the people like you will definitely, it is going to make the Pythian Games a great success. I look forward this all session where you are putting your ideas, we will take into the consideration how we can make the Pythian Games more beautiful. And I expect more ideas from you people, how we should go ahead. So you can put you can give your idea, your dream to us, so that we can convert it to the reality, and we'll putting you as the in charge of that particular segment. I heard Esther Mala, she told me told us a lot of things about Malaysian and the sports existing there. This platform is only for those platforms who has no platform. I specifically tell Spectra is also there, martial arts is also there, and old traditional games. So we are now in the process of creating the national structure physically organizations in these countries. You can be part of that. Whatever recommendation will come from the Malaysia or any other country, we will take into the consideration, and we will shortlist the events from particular countries to give exposure at the international level. So first we will focus on those games which is very common in more than 30 or 40 countries, because whatever response the Pythian game is getting, I think no sports has received so far. You see, when Olympics started, only 8 countries were together. And when cricket started, only 2 countries were there. But when the Pythian Games started, the representative of 92 countries were together. And if you see in the last 4 sessions, I think the representatives of about 20 countries has participated in the seminars. And this is a big achievement for us. It's a big achievement. And Rania is focusing to bring the whole world together. And this is our mission. And I'm hopeful Easter can deliver a lot in Malaysia, in that region. Ida, you can do a lot of things in Philippines, and we have some other peoples also there. So your team can deliver a lot, and particular, you can develop the art in your category where you have the interest. So we are there to support. And I have no words for Mrs. Huda, Mr. Avana. They are already working so hard. So today, I think we have reached to almost 40 to 42 countries in African region due to efforts of Mrs. Huda, Mr. Avana, and some other people who contributed. But this all was initiated by Mrs. Huda, that I just give a big hand, my salute to her. She is a great pillar of us. And Rania is the person to whom she connected me to the God, to Delphi. So she is also one of the biggest and strongest foundation of this organization. And you can also understand, if Rani and Mrs. Huda is people like this is behind this organization, you know their character, you know their record. So you must also understand how this organization is going to grow in coming future. So I need your all support, your dedication. And your all support, you can create a big team in your countries. This is only my request, because I'm working day and night to get Pythian Games on track, and I want to start some activities. First time in India, we have supported those mountaineers, and we are celebrating those mountaineers who won the Mount Everest. And we are celebrating 70 years of that, when they climbed on the Everest, and we are celebrating this in Jharkhand on 20th of August. Our Jharkhand Council is working on it. The same way, we are working to create a world record. We are working to organize a millet festival in South India, in Chennai. Our team is working very hard, and they have told me they are going to put about 1,000 recipes of the millet and products there, and which will be a world record. We are also planning some events in the cricket, some polo, some artistic events. So very soon, you will see a lot of activities happening in India, and we also want these activities to get started in your countries also. You start with one event, with 2 events. Virtually, whenever you need connection, you need any link, we are always available. Rania is always there to help you out. So you can organize virtual programs. You can organize, you can tie up with any the schools, educational programs, or any guidance, whatever you need from us, we are always there, and we'll try to support you. And as soon as I think this next 2 years, Pythian Game is going to be a big brand. You will get all media publicity, and you know, the Pythian Games are now getting a lot of media attention also. So there, I don't have any doubt that you are not going to be a big brand, and we are going to be a part of a big organization. The people are joining, and this is going to be the first cultural movement of the world, but it's not possible without your support. That I can say. Thank you so much for today. Rania. You have to unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bigender Goel, for your very, very interesting and your motivating presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the Modern Pythian Game team for organizing this very enriching global virtual conference. With the light of the god Apollo, who was the god of light, poetry, and healing arts, and of course with hard work and dedication, we can actually exceed their expectations. I would like to thank our eminent guests from all over the world today, all the audience who watched us live through social media and channels, and Mr. Bigender Goel and Panos Kaltsis, who are the 2 initiators of this global cultural movement. As our keynote speakers highlighted, we need to promote the spirit of the harmonious spirit of ancient civilizations, culture, and arts, in order to promote this in the cultural harmony, in order to spread the peace, love, and tolerance. Thank you all very much, and see you again next week with more topics and more guest speakers. Thank you all very much.
I would like to say something in the end only. This virtual conference is also again an experiment, so that we can reach to every people in the world. This is the basically logic behind it. And we can collect the ideas from you peoples, how we can govern the Pythian Games, so that we can come out with a policy. And that policy can be handed over to you people to govern in your country. So it is only your organization. You have to run this organization. And I want to more ideas, more support from your country. I expect so. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say? If you have anybody, any question?
I just want to talk to Awana Celestine, because I know that he's challenging there. We all know the war issues in Sudan. So
yes.
please,
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, be strong. We are sure that we will succeed. You will succeed, and we are with you.
Yes,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Awana. Just I'm sorry I could not speak on the issue. It was in my mind, but really I know you are going with a very tough time, and the whole Pythian family is with you. Any support, whatever you need, you can tell us. We are always with you. This is with my folded hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. And,
thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. Uda. Thank you, Mr. Gohel. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. May God bless and protect us all. And may this vision Go forward and forward and forward, just forward.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks.